Coming into the program, you don't know exactly what to expect. It's a little bit of an unknown, and I think we all have preconceptions of what we think leadership training will be.
The Radiology Leadership Institute programs bring radiology specificity to physician training.
It was a little bit unexpected, a little bit surprising, and valuable.
First of all, it's an experiential process. It is like no other educational process I've had.
Somewhat apprehensive at the beginning because it was different, but kind of the thing you need sometimes to really push yourself.
This is the first time I ever had a 360 evaluation, and that was an eye-opener. There were some weaknesses identified in my leadership skills, and on this weekend got a chance to really develop those and work on that, and actually to get the real tools to work on that going forward.
Well, the first thing was filling out the 360-degree feedback survey and getting the results of that, which were very enlightening, not completely surprising, but very helpful in confirming.
Beginning with the ECI surveys, you worry with survey instruments that we've all been exposed to that they don't represent reality, and I think that this was a much more in-depth and robust survey experience than we're used to, and it provided real valuable feedback. It was much more insightful than you would expect.
What was really good about this course is the leadership simulations. They actually put you in a room and made you solve problems, which I think was a relatively unique way of doing this. And they weren't simple problems, they were complex problems, they were problems that had actually changed. You had to use the leadership skills that you were actually taught.
We had two different simulations, one which builded on the next, and they were very valuable, putting us under time pressure first and learning a lot of lessons with group interaction and leadership skills.
It took us kind of out of the box and gave us a real challenge to deal with situations that you didn't have all the information and you had to really react and respond, and it really allowed you to see how you could work with other people and gel as a team.
They put you in a real situation, so you're not sitting and having somebody speak to you. You're getting to experience the lessons, try them out. You may try and you may fail, and that's the intention, and you learn from it. And I think we all recognize that there's value in that type of learning.
I think what it does is it puts you in situations that are actually fairly close to real life, if not real life situations. Stuff that if you haven't had to address in the past, in all likelihood you will have to address as a practice leader at some point in time.
There's a peer consulting session that we presented a leadership challenge within the small group, and that was very useful because I had 4 other people in my group, and they were able to really give valuable feedback on how I should deal with that challenge going forward.
Finding out that really the same problems face everyone in radiology, and then being able to interact with others and seeing what their solutions are, finding the common solutions and really reinforcing what I needed to learn to cope with all the changes coming in our specialty.
The wealth of information that's available in your colleagues here and the interactions that you have with them is something that's truly irreplaceable, and I don't think that you can get that in books, and I think that's something that in this type of experience is distilled into a very short time frame, that you get to benefit from a lot of people's vastness of their experience that then you can draw upon and feedback on each other, and so it's a accelerated education.
We had the opportunity to learn about ourselves, learn about leadership in a different process, and actually have that feedback from our peers, people who are professionals in the field. And it was really very rewarding, not only professionally but personally.
In a very short period of time, a lot of complex issues were broken down and dealt with, and at the end there was a sense of personal accomplishment and a realization of leadership aspects and a confidence builder.
It was a different approach, and I think one that helped you grasp the lessons in a different context than you otherwise would have.
It's not just generalized leadership skills, it's real world stuff that we will likely have to address.
This is an opportunity to do something that is very different and much more challenging for those kinds of skills that we need to develop to be better in the future.
leadership dynamics are something that we're not taught. We have to rely on self-taught and self-perpetuated myths in leadership, and this gives you the opportunity to take some of those myths, break them down, and incorporate them into your own self.
This particular expedition program helped me gain a lot of insight into myself. I'm going to make changes in the way I operate with my peers and my referring physicians.
I would absolutely 100% recommend this to anyone in a leadership position in radiology.